Here's a unique skill that you don't see every day.
Cominciato tutto da bambino.
Williams Martin Sanchez Lopez says it all started when he was around 8 or 9 years old. It became a game between himself and other kids that he could move the upper and lower muscles around his eyes. Over time, he perfected this skill until he was able to move his entire eye completely out of its socket. The surprise reaction is his favorite part. Williams thinks it's hilarious when he shows off his skills and the person has no clue what they're about to witness. He says the moment he pops out his eyeball, people jump back in shock, then immediately ask him to do it again. Describing himself as someone who enjoys having fun and making people laugh, Williams says that being able to pop out his eyes gives him a truly unique outlook on life. This record-breaking eye pop measures an incredible 19 millimeters, and even if someone eventually breaks his record, he says the experience itself has been amazing.
Hi, I'm Lalit.
Lalit has a rare disease called hypertrichosis, and this causes abnormal hair growth all over his body. Congratulations, how does it feel to be recognized by Guinness World Records?
I'm speechless. I don't know what to say because I'm very happy to get this recognition.
What reactions do you get when people first meet you?
Sometimes people treat me not very well, but it's very rare. Usually people treat me very good, and most of people are good to me. And it depends on the person.
What was it like going to school and looking different to other children?
Well, the first days at school was it was not so good because the other kids were scared of me. But when they started knowing me, when we started talking to me, they understood that I was not so different from them. It was just, from outside, I looked different, but I'm not different inside.
What is your daily grooming routine? Do you have to do anything special when washing your face?
I don't use a particular product, but I have to take care of them carefully every day. I wash them without any shampoo or something like this.
You must have people suggesting to you that you should remove the hair. How do you respond to them?
Well, there's not much to say to people, but I tell them that I like how I am. I don't want to change my look.
My name is Chanel Tapper, and I am the Guinness World Record holder for female with the longest tongue. I like little fun, silly, or what have you, things like that. That's what makes my tongue, I feel, the most fun, when I could do things that are outside the box with it. Honestly, the best reaction I could ever get when somebody sees my tongue is screaming. I actually do like when people yell or scream or in shock or horror sometimes, but that's probably my favorite one because it's funny to me, to be honest. It's a dramatic response.
Here in Mumbai, we have done a photo shoot with a very jolly chap called Devendra, and he happened to be born with 14 toes and 14 fingers. So we found out Mr. Devendra is a carpenter, so his 14 fingers have certainly not stopped him taking up a trade and doing quite well for himself.
I first noticed I was taller than everyone. Like in preschool, I was introduced to people and I was like taller than everyone at my preschool. So I was like, something's different. I never really had a single growth spurt where I grew a lot. I grew about like 4 to 5 inches a year. So I was like consistently getting taller. If I walk into a regular store, nothing will fit me because they don't really make clothes in my size. So especially for like pants, like leggings and stuff, I have to get them custom made. My sweatshirts and hoodies are all like, I think this one's like an XXL, so that the sleeves are long enough, because if I get them in like a medium, then the sleeves are like too short.
Come on, Macy, own it. Don't let him get it.
The pros of having long legs is that you don't really fit into the category of like normal. You're kind of like unique. You have something different, and people are like drawn to it almost.
Triple cheeseburger, sextuple cheeseburger, octuple cheeseburger, deca burger. Hello, I am Marie Pearl Zelmer Robinson, and I hold the world record for the world's largest female mouth gape. I kind of have always known that I have a very tall mouth. As a little kid, I had 7 siblings, and as kids do, we used to put stuff in our mouths all the time. And it always confused me when people were like, oh, light bulbs are, don't put them in your mouth, they get stuck. But they never got stuck in my mouth. I don't look like I have anything unusual with my face at all. In fact, I kind of seem to have a short jaw. But when I start opening it, things change pretty fast. My official Guinness World Record is 7.59 centimeters, also known as 2.98 inches.
Hi, my name is Ivano Maloney, and today we're going to attempt to break the record for most teeth in mouth.
So we're going to start. So starting on the bottom left, we have 1 tooth here, 2 teeth, 3 teeth, 18, 19, 20 teeth on the bottom. 39, 40, and a little one in the back, 41. So we have 41 teeth that are individual in this mouth. All right.
My name is Nilanshi Patel and I am from India, and I set the record in longest hair on teenagers. My hair length is 200 centimeters, and I feel really glad that this is my 3rd Guinness Book of World Record of this title.
My name is Eric Kilburn, and I have the world's largest hands and feet on a teenager. The doctor delivering me, he was an elderly doctor, and he told my parents in all his years of delivering babies, he has never seen a baby with feet and hands as big as mine. I've always known I've had bigger feet and hands. I mean, I've been taller and bigger than every kid since I was in preschool.
Well, our family is quite larger than your average. I'm 6'2" myself. My 12-year-old is 6'2", and of course Eric is 6'11", somewhere around that now. What's really wonderful is we had Shaquille O'Neal, who became a really great support system for him, and he actually reached out to him a few times and asked him, how do I deal with this extra attention, the media, and he actually really spent a lot of time kind of speaking life into him and allowing him to just see the positive sides.
8th to 9th grade, I was wearing the same pair of shoes. These are size 22s. I started to grow out of them. Shaquille O'Neal reached out and he gave me multiple pairs of shoes, like sporting shoes or luxury, boots, all sorts of stuff.
You wouldn't think that something as insignificant as just having shoes and different kinds of footwear to choose from would be something so impactful, but that's absolutely what I'm seeing, and just seeing his kind of confidence just from being able to walk into school with cool shoes and have his friends and peers, look at those are so great. And then you see him kind of swell with pride, and that's something that is, money can't buy that.
The best thing about having a beard is probably that it hides my double chin. It gets stuck in everything, and I mean everything. So when I'm eating, I have to put my beard in my shirt usually, or I braid it so that way it kind of is out of the way some. It's just kind of a nice thing to be recognized for, even though it's something that just happens naturally for me. I don't have to do anything special for it to grow. Back in 2020, I had started growing out my beard for the longest beard on a living female, and the mustache just kind of goes along with the beard. Hello, my name is Erin Honeycutt, and I have the current record for the longest mustache on a living female.
Bueno, mi nombre es Jason Rodríguez. Vengo de Venezuela, tengo 23 años. Bueno, soy la persona viva con el pie más grande del mundo, certificado récord Guinness. Cuando tenía 10 años, calzaba 45 en talla venezolana, que era el pie más grande de mi familia, me crecía muy rápido. Se sienten orgullosos por ser yo la persona con el pie más grande del mundo. Mi sueño es ser un gran repostero y ayudar a las personas y a los que están sufriendo como yo, que tienen problemas de acromegalia, de gigantismo, para ayudarlos a superar las metas, porque no es fácil ser alto, no es fácil tener los pies grandes ni las manos. Es difícil, pero gracias a Dios primeramente uno sale adelante con el esfuerzo y el apoyo de la familia. Y me gustaría ayudar también a esas personas que necesitan del apoyo de uno.
My name is Jason Allen. I'm attempting to break the record for the world's longest leg hair.
There is the leg hair.
Well, it's 22.5.
22.5 centimeters.
I'm Maria Wattel. I'm from the Netherlands. I am the world's tallest professional female bodybuilder. I used to play on the playgrounds like soccer with the boys. I wanted to do something that was extraordinary because that's like the kind of person that I am. And then I thought, if I do fitness or weight training next to it, I can be really like invincible. So that's what I started doing. Bodybuilding is my daily job because I need it to be able to do my work. I work as a model, and anything they will ask me to do, I need to be in shape.
I just got into growing the nails and going to work, and that gave me something to do as I got into it. You know, like people have a hobby, and that's how it basically started. Once I found out how to deal with a crack or a break, I knew it was, you know, I didn't know what was coming next, but that was my start. As of this point, I feel good for what I've accomplished, but the mission isn't over. You know, it's no vacation with these.
Hello, I am Elizabeth.
I'm Katarina.
And we are the shortest living female twins of the world. Ich bin 1,22 Meter groß und du bist?
1,34 Meter groß.
Mal ins Gymnasium bzw. in die Realschule und da ist uns dann das erste Mal bewusst worden, okay, ein bisschen anders.
Keine Aufgabe ist zu groß, ist insofern ja schon unser Lebensmotto.
Wir haben das Guinness Buch der Rekorde auch als Kinder angeguckt.
My name is Abenju Duda. I'm from Napoleonville, Louisiana. I hold the Guinness World Records title of the largest afro. So the official measurement the last time was 4 feet 7 inches in circumference, and it has grown, but it's actually gotten longer, so it doesn't sit high as it used to. I have been in the Guinness World Records book for the largest afro since 2012, so yeah, I'm still holding it down. So as long as I've been growing my hair, I don't really have a date because when I cut my hair, there wasn't Facebook, there wasn't Instagram, so I couldn't post my big chop anniversary. It was just one of those random things where I literally went in the room, went to set my hair on the rollers, did not feel like setting my hair that day. So I don't really have a date of when I went natural. All I know is when I went natural, it's literally like a weight lifted off my head. I know that sounds kind of cliche, but it was literally a weight lifted off my head.
It's amazing. Achieving the Guinness World Record, finally that uniqueness that we were born with. Perhaps our story will inspire others. Albinism affects the eyes, the skin, and the colour in your hair. It's a lack of pigment, which you are born without. There's a gene that goes faulty. The Guinness World Record has given us that stamp, or that self-esteem that I wanted for my siblings, and perhaps to show the world that even though we had all of this struggle in life, that we can still be amazing.
My name is Wazine Omwath. I'm 18 years old. And the type of dwarfism I have is sedan dysplasia, which is a rare type of dwarfism, which basically my height is 2'5" at the moment. Dwarfism is a genetic condition. There actually are about 400 types of dwarfism. So I have the rarest type. The most common type is actually achondroplasia, which is that usually people with achondroplasia would be 3 feet, 4 feet tall. They actually sent me to hospice for 6 months to see if I actually was gonna die, but I actually didn't. So after that, they just gave my mom me and be like, yeah, your daughter's fine, I guess. So my mom's pretty much my best friend, you know, because she helps me with everything. So if it wasn't for her, I don't know what my life would be in. Especially that too, like, doctor said I wouldn't live past 24 hours, and she accepted it and kept on going. So I'm really excited to try to break this record. Hopefully I become the world's shortest female living non-mobile. I think I would be the first Haitian, if I'm not mistaken, for that record as well. I think it would be pretty cool to show my heritage, even though I was born in Miami, but I think it would be cool to have that record, you know.
Congratulations! You're a new Guinness World Records title holder.
Height is just a number, to be honest. Like, just because I'm a little person doesn't mean I'm different than anyone else, because I'm still human at the end of the day.
Hi, Apchen. How are you?
Hi.
Nice meeting you. Well, today I saw something I think that I will never see again.
Last time when I had a haircut was when I was almost 2 years old. When I was younger, I was scared of clippers, so my parents decided to let my hair grow. I wash my hair every morning. I use Suave shampoo and conditioner. It takes me 20 minutes to wash my hair, and it takes an hour to dry, and another 10 minutes to untangle, brush, and braid it. Positives for having long hair: it inspires others to grow their hair. Negatives for having long hair: you get stuck in car doors, and it gets caught on the shower knobs. I don't plan on cutting my hair. It's exciting to hold this record. I feel proud to represent my family and the Lakota Nation. Culturally, the Lakota people have long hair. It's part of my Nazi spirit. It's who I am.
If someone come to me and give me $100,000 to cut my nails, I wouldn't cut my nails because my nails is so much of a part of me. The worst thing about my nails is on my right hand. It bumped the floor and it hurt. That's the worst thing. Other than that, everything is all right. No, I use a long fork that I use to, if I'm a turn chicken over, I use a fork like that. Or if I'm gonna use a spoon, I use a big silver spoon. I use them type of utensil because it's a longer reach. Well, I don't have to bend down to the pot to eat. I sleep in the bed. When I sleep in the bed, I sleep with, I pick this hand up and it lay to my side. But this hand, I lay across the bed, hanging over the bed. It's more comfortable. Every 4 or 5 years, I get my nail painted, polished every 4 or 5 years. And I go through about 15 to 20 bottles of nail polish. Last time I painted my nail was this week, and it took 4 days.